Hey guys, I'm Joey, and today's video is all about personal redemption. When I first started this channel a while back, I did a video on my SG 61 reissue, and it's just terrible. The video, not the guitar. The guitar is awesome. But the production quality on some of my early videos was very poor, and for quite some time I've been wanting to redo the review on this guitar. Give you a quality video to match the quality product that we're talking about. So that's what today is all about. We're going to talk specs on the 61 reissue, and then we'll run through some tones so you can hear how she sounds. So my 61 reissue is from 2008, and we're going to show some images for you here. We'll start up near the headstock, and you'll notice that it comes with the Gibson Clusen style deluxe tuners. My guess is that the posts here are the 10mm versions of the Clusens, because you'll see my G-string tuning machine is slightly different from the others. A while back it actually just sheared off, and the only replacement set I had was from an old Les Paul Classic. It does fit in the hole of the headstock, but when the string is not under tension, it does wobble around quite a bit. But when everything's nice and tight, so is the tuning machine. So I've never actually seen a need to fully replace this set. So just an oddball G-string tuner there. Going down to the truss rod cover, you'll see that it says Les Paul on it rather than SG. And that's because back in 1961, this body shape was not known as the SG, it was known as the Les Paul. It was the updated body style for that guitar. So kind of interesting. Today we would never think of calling this body shape a Les Paul, yet back in 1961, that's exactly what it was. The nut is made out of corian, which seems to be some type of acrylic polymer from all the research that I've done. And hopefully the images that I show you here will make this really clear, because this interests me. My nut is cut really strangely. The slots for the strings are very shallow, almost imperceptibly cut. Now, the strings don't hang up in these tiny little slots, and the strings don't pop out either while I'm playing, but I've never quite seen a nut cut in this manner. If you guys have, and if you know the reason why the slots are cut so shallow, let me know in the comments below, because it is something I've always been curious about. It doesn't appear to be a replacement nut. It appears to be all original. Moving down to the fretboard, you'll see it's made out of rosewood, and it has the standard Gibson treatment, 12-inch radius, 22 frets, and the trapezoid inlays. The neck itself is made out of mahogany, and it is marketed with a 60s slim neck profile. I'm going to give you some measurements here so you know the rough idea as far as the neck shape. The width at the nut is 43 mil. Whereas the width of the neck at the 12th fret is 53 millimeters. The neck thickness at the 1st fret is 20 mil, and the thickness at the 12th fret is 22 millimeter. So clearly not a chunky neck at all, very slim, as the name would suggest, and there's almost like a flat section, slightly flat, running down the very middle portion of the back of the neck. Moving on to the body now, you'll see it's made out of mahogany. We've got a nitro finish, really nice. I got the cherry color here. And the body itself is cut just like an SG should be. Real thin, nice and contoured, very comfortable to play. Not a whole lot of weight here. The entire guitar measures 6 pounds 10 ounces. So because of the lightness of the body and the dimensions and where the body meets the neck, you do have quite a bit of headstock dive, as you will see here. So if you are in the market for an SG and you've not played one before, this is something you need to know. It's just standard operating procedure. If you own an SG, you've got to fight the headstock dive. And the 61 reissue is no exception. Moving on, you'll see we have a tunematic bridge and stop tailpiece. I use Ernie Ball 10 to 46 strings, and you'll notice that I top wrap my stop tail. The pickups are the last thing that I want to talk about on this guitar. It's actually the one thing that's not really my favorite, the one thing I would like to change. These are the 57 Classics, and to me they're a little bit dark sounding, even muddy at times. I struggle with them just a little bit. I have found over the years, though, that by messing with the pickup height, actually lowering it just a little bit more than the recommended measurements, but raising the pole pieces themselves slightly, I've gotten just a little bit more clarity out of the 57s. In time, I would like to swap them out. My brother has my old Les Paul Classic, which I believe has a JB and Jazz pickup set. Really good combination there. Or I've also seen good things with the Seymour Duncan Antiquity humbuckers. A little bit more clarity, a little bit more airy quality to them. Unfortunately, it's not in the budget right now for me to be swapping out these pickups. So in the meantime, I'll be dealing with the 57 Classics. Well, let's move on to some tones now for you guys so you can hear how she sounds. As usual, we'll be doing rhythm and lead, both clean and dirty. And for our gain sounds today, I'm just running a little bit more gain than I normally do. But after all, we're playing an SG today, and it just seems right.
When I was a kid, somebody introduced me to Duane Allman's music, and later I came across Derek Trucks, and ever since then, I've always enjoyed the look and sound that comes from an SG. I may primarily be a Strat player, but when I want the Gibson growl, I grab this guitar. Well guys, that's our video for today. I enjoyed it a whole lot more than the first one that I made a while back. Hopefully you did too. If you did, please like and subscribe because we're always putting out cool new stuff. Next week, we'll have another great video for you. So until then, thanks so much and take care.